Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Interior. Thank you for the continuous support that we're still bringing toward this channel. So today I'm going to talk about a quotation for electrical for our 3-bedroom house that we were casting each and every day. So I'm going to give you the quotation of which I'm having it here, and then I will show you how amazing that quotation of a 3-bedroom house it can be. So the price was, let's say, like 76,000, but you can see we had gone with something that beautification, the interior designing was at high top notch. So at first we will start with our 4.0. So we will be starting with a 4.0 for the in terms of for cables. So I'm going to start with the 4.0. So this 4.0 was 16 meters. So these 16 meters, our meter box was a little bit near towards our CCU. So we had placed it on the, let's say, at the center of the house. So that's why this 4.0 was 16 meters, because the house was just involved with only sockets and lighting point only, the owner. So that's why we went with 16 4.0, of which it was let's say an original cable, and then 1.5 of which is a twin with earth. We had gone with the 2 rolls. So 2 rolls and 30 meters. So as you know how wiring of, let's say, in terms, so this 1.5 was particularly for the lighting points only, lighting points, fan, security light. That's why we always use 1.5, and then 2.5 we had written, let's say, 70 meters. So these 70 meters, it will serve us, let's say, from point 1 to A in terms of sockets only. So the provision for the socket was 2.5, and then 6.0 of which is earth wire. So we had written, let's say, it was 5 meters, and then a single core wire, a single core strangled wire. We had written 1 roll, of which this single core we will be using to loop, let's say, the lighting point, the downlights that you will see on this. I'll put a video over here. So those small lights, the downlights that will be placed at each and every end of sitting room and corridor, that is the downlight. So we had used that one to loop it. And then fan, we had written 4 fan, because it involves, let's say, a 3-bedroom house with the sitting room. So each room we had given a fan for each room. And then MCB we had 6 amperes 2 pieces, 20 amperes 2 pieces, of which 26 amperes it was for lighting purpose only, and then 20 amperes was particularly for the sockets only. And I think if you are someone who is let's say a bit let's say concerned with electrical, you can know why we had written that. A double pole 100 amps 1 piece, and then 63 amperes 1 piece. So this 100 amperes will be installed at the meter box, and then this 63 amperes will be installed at the CCU, consumer control unit. I know because of power rating, that's why you are seeing 100 amps, 63 amperes, 20 amperes, 6 amperes. There's that rating, of which why we are using those ratings. The double sockets, we had provided 9 sockets for this particular 3-bedroom house, of which 1 was outside for the balcony, 3 was for in sitting room, and we had provided 9 sockets. So the first socket, it was on a corridor, a balcony. The other 3 were on the sitting room, and then the 2 were on the master bedroom, and then there was 2 that was on the other sitting room, and then on the other bedroom, and then there was 1 for Wi-Fi. So of which we always go with a double socket. And then the second thing, what was 1 gun 2-way, we had buy 4 pieces, 2 gun 6 pieces, 3 gun 2 pieces, and then 4 gun one pieces. So in terms of lighting, be it security, be it chandelier, be it fan, anything it's involving with these two switching point. And then ceiling rows, we had written 4 pieces, of which these ceiling rows first was on the balcony, the second was on the, there's a small corridor that separates between the master bedroom, common toilet, and the other bedroom. We had placed there one, and then there were 2 on which this other bedroom apart from master bedroom. And then bulb, we had written 6 pieces, and then ball fitting, we had written 2 pieces because we are having 2 toilets on that particular project. Downlights, we had written 26 pieces, of which the owner suggested to reduce it to 18 pieces, whereby we were going to only put on the sitting room and the corridor only. So on this, on the other side of the, let's say, of the bedroom, master bedroom, we had to omit 12 we had to omit 8 pieces. And then floodlight, 30 watts 2 pieces, and then 50 watts 1 piece. So the owner, in terms of let's say security, we had been given, we have provided each and every corner of our house with enough lighting point. Snake light, we had written 1 roll, of which this 1 roll was to be enough for this particular project. Be for the snake light, that is that will be run from the, for the master bedroom, corridor, and the sitting room. And then snake light chaser 2 pin, we had written 4 pieces. And then tape big, we had written 3 pieces. Wall bracket, we had written 7 pieces, of which the owner omits that that for 7 wall brackets, so as he will come and put it, install it when he will be, let's say, financially well. And then BS screws, gypsum screw, and steel nail 1 inch, we had written 1 packet each. And then earth rod, we had written big. And then chandelier, we had written a hanging chandelier, of which this is the modern one, so we had written 1 piece. And then a TV socket outlet, we had written 1 piece. And then a hanging rose pendant plus its bulb, we had written 3 pieces. And then out of which, at the end, he decided to go with only 1 let's say one pendant, of which will be, you will see it will be, let's say it will be on the center of that house, of the balcony, of the corridor. And then the other hanging, it will be represented, it will be replaced with the full moon, of which this full moon, it will go to the master bedroom. So that's why our client had some, let's say, a bit financially problem. That's why we discussed with him, and then we started omitting some of the, let's say, some materials over there. So here in Garissa, the sum of this thing, it was 76,900, of which a discount he was being given, it was 900, and then he had been of which it will be 76,000. So if you have 76,000, your 3-bedroom house with the sitting, with the corridor, and with the balcony, you are good enough to go. Of which, if you have placed, let's say, gypsum in corridor and master bedroom, here is the plan. But if you have placed, let's say, the entire house with gypsum, your house, let's say, your estimate will be a little bit higher, or it can be low, depending your needs or your desirable. So if you will, maybe you will want to go with this normal design or the normal lighting point, it will be a little bit lower. But if you, let's say, choose to go with those lighting points that you may be seeing somewhere, the wall brackets, the chandelier, the downlights, you have to pay, let's say, 76,000. That is differ with the labor price. So if you have, let's say, this, let's say maybe you want to, let's say maybe we have already given you a quotation, you can now if you have maybe your house is like same of us, you can call us. We can give you an electrician, of which will come. You will have to engage with him in terms of labor price. That's why here we had a differ. We may differ, let's say, in terms of labor price, because there's some let's say the nature of work. You can't let's say estimate the labor price when you have not seen the nature of the work. So you can let's say the labor price can range between, I can give you, let's say, between 15,000 to 20 or to 30. It will differ. That is a disclaimer. It will be differ, or it can be lower than, let's say, 15,000 or 10,000, or it can be higher than, but don't expect it to be at least, let's say, at lowest to be 10,000. So if you have, let's say, that, let's say, like 100,000, sure enough, you will for a 3-bedroom house, you will be ready to go in terms of electrical designing. So for more information, you can call us through 0746289667, 0746289667. We can find us on YouTube, TikTok, and even Facebook. Those are our 3 accredited accounts. So you will go and search Garitech Interior Designers. You will have it. You will see how amazing content that you are doing. If you are a new subscriber, make sure you have subscribed. And then if you are a returning subscriber, I'm appreciating you. You are the person who is making me to record this video each and every day, because I'm gaining some let's say viewers, and then in terms of, let's say, subscriber. So let's meet on the next video, God willing, maybe tomorrow or the other day. But make sure you have subscribed and you have follow. I'm waiting for more engagement for your house, for in terms of construction matters. Bye bye.